Hello!
So,
Hello.
Squeeze, can you ask her for me?
Do you like the name Belgium, Kim?
I actually really love the name Belgium Kim. However, I do have a caveat because one of our viewers said that it also stands for Burger King.
It does stand for
And I
Burger
hadn't
King.
actually thought
Also
of
stands
that.
for
I had-
Brooklyn.
It stands for Brooklyn.
Right.
Right.
That's what I thought. I was
It
like, I'm
also
such a
stands
hip-
for Beautiful Kim. It also, I mean, it
Bold
can stand,
Kim.
What?
Bold
Kim.
Kim.
Right. Bodacious Kim. I mean, we can go on and on and on and on and on.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm back on the BK
You're back on
bandwagon.
BK. All right. You need a lot of things.
I'm cool with SMK.
Yeah.
I'm cool
All
with
right.
SMK.
She likes SM. You like SM, social media queen.
That-
Can I be Belgium Kim, social media queen?
That's a mouthful, Kim. That is a mouthful.
Queens have long titles.
Okay.
Khaleesi
Long
crap.
titles. Okay. All right. So what do we got? Let's do rapid fire. What do we got?
Okay, let's do this. Maurice wants to know, what if the date that the W-2 is coming in is the day that you have your interview? Can you go without your tax papers?
The date, the W-2?
Okay, talking about the W. Well,
The
taxes.
W-2 for the taxes. You know what?
Yeah.
I'm like thinking W-2. I'm like,
That's
I just watched the World War II movie last night, so I had that in my
You
head.
still
So
have until April 15th to file, so not necessarily.
yeah, so you're going to get your
It's a previous
W-2
tax
by
return.
the end of the month.
Right.
Right, but your taxes aren't due for 2017 till April 15th.
Right.
So you don't have to bring in your 2017 taxes. You bring in your 2016 up until April 15th. After April 15th, you bring in your 2017. Obviously, if you have your 2017 done before April 15th, that's fine.
There you go. Next question, 1-800-529-5465. The number for the law office is the link. Kim?
Michelle wants to know, my dad filed for me in May 2012 and I haven't heard anything. Is that normal?
2012, you should have gotten an approval letter by now.
Keisha wants to know, can a green card holder file for his spouse?
Yes.
Sylvan would like to know, I've been here in the U.S. since I was 13 years old. I'm not sure if my mother became a citizen before I became 18, but I was charged with a controlled substance back in 86, and in 95 I had a DWI. My controlled substance case was dismissed, but what kind of paperwork am I going to have to file to know if I have citizenship?
I assume your mom's passed away, so you get a death certificate. You get the death certificate from your mom, and you do a Freedom of Information Act request with your birth certificate showing you're the son, your mom's death certificate, and requesting her immigration records to see when she swore in to become a U.S. citizen.
Jody says, my question is, my mom has been married for 7 years to an American citizen. She's going to do her citizenship soon and would like to know if she can now file for me. I came up on a visiting visa and have overstayed my time.
She can file for you right now, even before she's a citizen, as long as you're unmarried, and she should do so. If you remember our conversation from earlier, if you believe Trump's going to end family immigration.
File.
How long is that?
That's going to be my push now.
How long is that process, she wants to know?
I don't know. Is the girl over or under 21? If she's under 21, about a year and a half. Over 21, about 7 years.
Princessa would like to know, can you please tell me if a Caribbean woman with 2 children with an American man get benefit? How can the boys get benefits as half citizens? So how can her son get government benefits?
You are not a half citizen. You are either a citizen or you're not a citizen in the United
Can't be
States.
a half citizen.
So I don't know if these children are citizens. If they're citizens, they can get benefits provided they're living in the United States. U.S. government's not going to provide benefits to a citizen living in another country.
What if a kid is born to a U.S. citizen in another country?
Then that child would have to go to the U.S. Embassy and get a passport. But that doesn't entitle, U.S. government's not sending...
Well, the kid is a U.S. citizen, right?
Perhaps, yes.
Mother or father, it doesn't matter?
Well, the father has to satisfy some residency requirements.
So if the father is a citizen, okay?
Father has to be living in the United States for 10 years legally, whether as a green card holder or as a citizen prior to the birth.
Okay.
And has to be a citizen at the time of the birth.
Right.
So let's say the father, hypothetically, enters the United States married to a U.S. citizen woman, gets his green card, 3 years later becomes a citizen. Only been living in the United States for 3 years.
Doesn't apply.
And now goes home, has an extramarital affair, has a baby, hasn't been living in the United States for 10 years, even though he's a citizen.
Okay, but
now,
what if he
the
was?
the father can file an I-130 for the child, get him a green card to come up, and then when the child comes lives with the father, becomes an automatic citizen.
Right.
But it's only automatic at birth.
Well,
10 years
once
living in the United States.
Requirement is okay.
Then you're a citizen. But that still doesn't entitle. But that still doesn't
mom or
entitle.
dad, it doesn't matter.
But it still doesn't entitle you to. The U.S. government's not going to send you,
Right, you have
food
to go
stamps in
right,
Jamaica.
Right.
Okay.
There you go.
Right,
Just wanted to clear
yeah.
that up. 1-800-529-5465. Go ahead, Kim.
Sue would like to know, I'm asking for a friend. After the judge in a family court granted SIJ, what are the forms to send into immigration and how long is that process?
The family court already granted SIJ,
Yeah.
and you got a special ruling from the family court judge saying that this child should not be reunited with the parent, that you need that special ruling. Then you're going to file an I-485 application, adjustment of status application, along with an I-360.
Okay.
Katrina says, a friend went through the K-1 visa process. They got married and she left without advanced parole before receiving her green card. The question is, does my U.S. citizen friend have to report to immigration that his fiance left? Is it his responsibility? Is it going to affect him if he wants to do the process again in the future with someone else?
Yeah, I would write a letter to immigration. Doesn't hurt.
Okay.
Carla says, I got a letter from the DMV that my license is transferred 5 years ago from another country wasn't valid because that country made a mistake. Since it was the DMV's mistake in the first place for accepting my driver's license, what should I do? Is there anything I can do?
Go take the road test and go get a driver's license.
Yeah, that seemed common sense-y.
Yes. Okay. That's why I'm here, Kim. That's why I'm here.
Punchy would like to know, can a person who filed a 1099 be able to be a sponsor, an
Yes.
affidavit of support sponsor?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. By the way, Squeeze, we have 170 people watching
Yeah,
right
I know,
now.
I'm watching
You
it,
need
and-
to share. People need
Yeah.
to share and get this over 200.
You know what I'm going to do, folks?
All right,
I'm going to
people-
share it to some groups. Can you guys subscribe to
people
some
need
groups?
to share this right
Yeah.
now because we are going through rapid fire right now, answering your immigration questions on Facebook. People could leave them in the comment section right now and get your questions answered. But you got to leave them in the comment section right now. Kim, let's continue.
Irlanda would like to know, is advanced parole going to be available?
Is advanced parole? Yeah, it's still available.
She asked around the time we were talking about Trump, so I have a feeling like she was talking about whether or not Trump is going to be taking away advanced parole.
Trump, at this moment, is not taking it away.
I just shared in 5 groups. Let's
See,
see
that's
it.
how easy that is,
Yeah,
Squeeze.
that's it. Less than
What is
15
Zedmar
seconds.
doing?
You know?
Zedmar should be doing this. Continue.
I heard you ripping
Done
you
that.
up.
Yes.
That's weird.
Donette says, a military veteran is filing for his wife. His gross salary is $36,000 per year. Does he meet the required salary to sponsor her, or is he going to need a second sponsor?
He meets the requirements as long as he doesn't have anybody else to support.
Christina says, does a 6-month-old baby born in the U.S. need a visa to go to Canada?
No, but you need a U.S. passport.
Theodon would like to know, how long after receiving a green card can you start filing for your mom in Jamaica, and how long is that going to take?
You can never file for your mom in Jamaica with a green card. You have to be a citizen. But once you become a citizen, you can file for mom the next day, and it should take about a year.
Sadie says, my brother is a U.S. citizen, and to file for and how long is it going to take to file for my mom?
About a year. Same question.
After she receives it, how long is it going to take for my mom to file for my 30-year-old sister?
7 years.
Keisha says, I'm a U.S. citizen and want to file for my mom's green card. How long is the processing time for that? Lots of moms today.
1 year.
And after she receives it, how long can she file for my sister who's under 21?
Year and a half. Different question. Very good.
Curveball.
Yes. Curveball there.
Ramona asks, I'm a Jamaican on a visiting visa and got married and want to submit my papers for me and my 11-year-old son. What is going to be the cost to submit papers?
Who's submitting the papers for her and her 11-year-old son?
She got married, so I'm assuming she got married to a
married to a U.S. citizen. So, yeah, if assuming you're a U.S. citizen, you're going to adjust. You'll get your work permit in about 4 months, and you and your son should get their green cards in about 9 months.
Dion says, trying to get a green card through marriage, but my husband is saying he will not come to the interview. What can I do?
You can't put a gun to his head, so he's not a very good man or a very good husband. So I would divorce him and find somebody that will love you and show up to an interview and do the right thing and be a man. Otherwise, maybe there's abuse in the relationship. Maybe that's what's going on. I don't know, but he's got to show up. And if he's not going to show up, then obviously he doesn't love you and he's a bum, and move on. Find other ways. At least I'm not calling him a bum generally, but he's certainly a bum to you. Let me clarify that. Right?
There you go.
I think that's a fair assumption.
Yes.
1-800-LAW-LINK.
We're at 10 more people, Squeeze.
Yep.
190.
Pushing. We're pushing.
Are you pushing? 8
Let's
more
do
people
this.
now.
Pushing.
I'm going to see 200. I know we're going to
yes.
see 200.
Okay, continue.
Stacey Ann would like to know, whatever are the requirements for a U.S. citizen to go to the U.S.?
A passport.
That's a big question.
A U.S. passport.
A U.S.
A U.S. passport.
Lisa wants to know,
and
my
a
son.
smile, say, hi, I'm here.
and that's when immigration is really nice to you. Oh, welcome home.
Welcome home. Right. When you're a green card, they care. What the hell are you doing here? Why are you bothering me? We're at 200. Woo! Okay. All right. So much for our
Lisa
sound
would
effects.
like-
Continue. There we go.
Lisa is asking, my son and I went for an interview. At the interview, the officer says my son's medical was not fully filled out and he asked for a new medical. I sent it in November and received my green card, but have heard nothing about my son. What should I do?
What happened to? I'm totally confused. I was still all happy at 200. I'm sorry.
She and her son went to an interview. Her son's medical was apparently incomplete, so they sent a new medical. And she's now gotten her green card, but she hasn't heard anything back about her son.
Yeah, unfortunately, the doctor screwed up. The medical wasn't done right. You may take 3 months, 6 months. Eventually, you'll hear. You got through, then your son will definitely get through. Just sit tight.
Suave.
If you don't hear in a few months, come see me.
Okay. Suave asks,
Suave
how
Bola?
long after? No, it's actually
Suave.
just look at me, Suave.
Oh, just look at me, Suave. Okay.
How long after receiving your 10-year marriage-based green card can I file for my citizenship?
You can file for it 2 years, 9 months, 3 days after getting your conditional green card. So if you went from conditional to permanent, you're probably past that point already. As long as you're in a bona fide marriage, you can do your citizenship now.
And let's keep it going. 1-800-LAW-LINK. We're going for 250. 1-800-529-5465.
Oh, 200 was not enough, Squeeze.
No, it's never
200
enough. Let's
was
go for
not
250.
enough.
More questions right
200
now.
was
Place
not
your
enough.
immigration questions. All right?
Yeah.
1-800-529-5465. I just need 20 more shares on everybody's timeline.
Yeah.
For
Squeeze is never satisfied.
Nah, that's what.
Never
I
satisfied.
like it.
You like
I like
it.
it.
You like it.
Yeah, I need that. We need that ambition, Brad. We need
Yes,
that drive.
ambition.
Ambitious.
drive.
You never know.
Right.
So thank you so much, Brad Squad, Team Squeeze, everyone that's out there. Once again, we have 8 solid minutes left, so let's keep sharing. You never know what can happen. 1-800-529-5465 for this full-service law firm. Let's go to another question, Kim.
Solomon asks, I would like to seek advice. My wife filed for me last year in July of 2017, and USCIS told us to wait within 60 days to get back to us for EAD. What can I do? Should I call them or wait for their response? Because the processing time has been far longer than 180 days.
If you still haven't gotten a work permit after 180 days, come see me. This is obviously a problem. Calling them's not going to help, and waiting's not going to help.
All right. Let's have another.
Janet says, I'm planning on filing for my brother, but he has a visa that expires 2018. I was waiting for him to renew his visa before putting in the papers. What's happening with Trump now is scaring me. Should I go ahead and just put the papers in now?
Yes.
Make the move.
Make the move.
Make the move. That's the new talk.
Make the move. Yeah, because, again, when you have something filed in the United States of America and you ask the government to give you a benefit and they say, yes, we'll give you a benefit, and they even take your money to give you the benefit, they just can't arbitrarily say no more benefit. That's when lawsuits happen. So in other words, Obama gave people a benefit, the dreamers a benefit. Okay? Trump arbitrarily said October 1st, it's gone, done. It was arbitrary why did he pick October 1st? Why did he pick October 15th?
Exactly.
Why did he pick October 20th? Why was October 1st the deadline? So, and nobody was able to demonstrate why October 1st was the deadline. So therefore, that's why dreamers are able to now extend DACA. I mean, so when you give when the U.S. government, take the benefit, do it now.
We actually have a question from Kevin regarding exactly that. He said he tried to renew his DACA, but it wasn't accepted because it was after September 5th.
Now you can do it.
Can he go ahead and renew it?
Now you can go renew it now, as of yesterday. Go do it now.
Okay. Merlene says, my friend lost her green card, and her daughter has been here since she was 14, but never renewed her green card. What should she do?
The daughter lost her green card, file an I-90 for the renewal of the green card, or become a citizen. You can do either one. By the way, Squeeze, we have about 6 or 7 people on hold here.
Yeah.
We have about 5 minutes left on the radio. We're going to finish the Facebook pages. People on WVIP 93.5, turn on Facebook right now. Everybody has a phone. Go to the Brad and Squeeze show, and we're going to continue, and everybody on hold, stay on hold, because after we're done with all our Facebook questions, we're going to go a little over extended period of time and get everybody's questions answered who has been patiently on hold for over 20 minutes already.
I'll let you know if I can hold what I got to hold.
Oh, you got to, hey. I know. If you have to crawl out of here in a deep
Hello!
sweat, if you have to crawl out of here in a deep sweat, everybody's got to do what they got to do. Squeeze is like 10 o'clock, I'm out of here.
I'm clenching.
He's shaking.
All right, what else? Let's go quickly then. Squeeze is clenching. Let's
When I get to my age, you will clench.
Squeeze is clenching. So let's get this done. All right.
Theodore asks, how long
This
will
show,
a child
man,
take?
is hilarious.
How long will it take for a 2-year-old child to receive his green card during the adjustment of status?
6 months, 9 months, 10 months. It's a regular adjustment. Months, not years.
Lisa asks, can you get approved for the waiver to get your green card if you were caught at the border, but it was considered a voluntary removal?
Yeah, that was summary exclusion is a big problem. Come see me before you do anything.
Zarifa asks, can a U.S. citizen file for an uncle?
No.
Angie would like to know, my friend Child filed for him in July of 2017 and received his work permit in October. How long before he receives the green card?
Filed when?
He filed in July of last year.
For who?
The child filed for the parent.
It's been about 7 months. Wait a year. So in July of this summer, they'll get a green card.
Great. Dana says, I've been a DACA recipient for 5 years, but have been in the States for over 15. I also have 3 children who are U.S. citizens. Am I able to apply for a green card to get residency? And if so, what are the chances of me getting it?
Just because you're a DACA recipient doesn't entitle you to get a green card. That's what they're arguing in Congress right now, that you should be able to. Hopefully something happens in the next month or so that will allow the dreamers, the people who are DACA, to get their green cards. The fact that you have children here doesn't entitle you to get a green card until the children turn 21. So based on what you told me, I don't know what to say other than have a consultation with me and let's figure out what options you have.
So call in 1-800-529-5465.
That's the telephone number.
Yep.
And by the way, I do have to, because we only have 3 minutes left on WVIP. I do have to tell everybody that this has been an attorney advertisement. Prior successful results do not guarantee a similar outcome in the future. All the information that we're providing is general in nature, and you should be able to speak to your attorney or your specific professional about your specific situations. With that being said, now
we're going to continue
with the show. Everyone listening on WVIP 93.5 FM in the New York tri-state area, turn on your phones right now. Go to Facebook Live, type in Brad and Squeeze. You'll see our live show. We are continuing it live on our Facebook feed. Everybody has a phone, and it's very easy to type in Facebook and then type in, it's free, and then Brad and Squeeze. The only people who don't seem to have Facebook are my parents. I don't. All right, so they only listen to the show when they're in New York on the radio, but when they're in Florida, they say, we can't listen, we're in Florida. I go, well, you can go on Facebook. No, I don't know how to do it. So
you don't even need an account.
You don't even need an account. All right, let's continue.
Squeeze, Jeff suggests that you use a cup so that we could just
Here
keep
you go.
answering questions
I
forever.
got it. Jeff, you don't know if it's one or two.
I'm handing him
Well,
the cup. Wait.
tell Jeff
I'm
he doesn't know if
handing
it's
it.
one or
Take
two.
it. Take it. Take
Somebody
the
get
cup.
more mugs in there.
You didn't want the cup. You didn't take it. I'm handing it to him.
I said it. You don't know if it's one or two.
It's big enough. Yeah.
How would you know?
Yeah, take the iPad if it's a 2. You go
Yeah,
like
there you
that.
go.
Man, there's a
Let
whole
me give you that emoji.
Yeah.
I'll give you that emoji right now. All right,
All right, let's
go.
continue.
Chromaz would like to know. I'm a green card holder. My son overstayed his visa. He's 20 years old. Can I go ahead and do his paperwork without a waiver?
No, he's going to need a waiver.
Kamisha wants to know, can a U.S. citizen file for their spouse if they only receive Social Security?
Yes, you need an affidavit of support from someone else.
Abe Sal would like to know, can a DACA holder get a green card by marrying someone? DACA expertise in 2 years?
Yes.
Alamani wants to know, I came into the U.S. in 2012. I filed for asylum and went for an interview but got denied. My case has been transferred to immigration court where it's been for 6 years. I got married to a U.S. citizen, filed my I-130 in 2016, but we haven't gotten a notice of interview. What can we do now?
Get a good
We wanna
lawyer.
try-
This is taking forever. All right, you need to
Yeah.
get the I-130 approved so then you can then go back and terminate your deportation.
Charmaine says, how soon does the N-400 take to get approved?
About 9 months.
Vakisha, when you're married to a U.S. citizen and he filed for his wife and her 3 kids, do the kids get a conditional green card too?
Yes, if the marriage occurred less than 2 years when they get their green card.
Louise says, is it safe to travel with advanced parole if you have a traffic violation that happened
Yes.
10 years ago?
Yes. No law that says you have to be a good driver to travel.
Donna says, can someone file for their citizenship if they're not working due to health
Yes.
problems?
Yes. No requirement to work to become a citizen. Just if you do work,
Janet-
you got to pay taxes. Continue.
Janet from Kentucky called us, right?
Yes.
For Qatar and Bangladesh?
Yes,
I
yes. It has
thought.
to go back to Bangladesh. Next.
Nicola, can my daughter get a green card holder file for me, her mother?
Yeah. No. It has to be a citizen.
Grant says, how long does it take to file for your underage kids as a green card holder if they're in Jamaica?
Year and a half to 2 years.
Stacey Ann wants to know, there was a piece done today in the Today Show this morning
There was.
about Russian women coming to Florida just to have their baby. How can they do that? I thought it was illegal to
It
come
is.
here
It
just
is
to
illegal.
have a
That's
baby.
what
is.
he noted. That's
It
what he
is.
noted this morning. He
That-
noted it was illegal.
That's why the
she's gonna have
Today
problems
Show.
coming
That's why
back.
the Today Show is probably saying it, that people
Yeah.
are breaking the law to have babies here.
Right.
Ramona says, how long does it take to get citizenship?
9 months.
That's the whole. Or Rentez would like to know, if you did not complete the 2 residency requirements after completing an internship, can you adjust your status if your U.S. spouse files for you?
Yes.
And Cam said, I filed for the I-451 removal of the condition. My spouse died. What can be done?
You have to request a waiver of the joint filing and show the death certificate and prove it was a real marriage. Sorry that your spouse passed away. My condolences. Squeeze, there it is.
At 251.
At 250, and I answered 17 questions in under 4 minutes.
More than 251. Right up to
And
260.
did I answer 17 questions in under 4 minutes? We'll be back at 12. Thanks for watching.